Good morning, everyone, bright and early from Nagano City. So, the big question, why do people come to Nagano? Well, every single person who I've asked who has come and gone through the hostel has mentioned this one place. So I'm going to take you there today. Without further ado, that place is Hakuba. So we've got nature in abundance, a famous bridge, an onsen, which is a Japanese hot springs. So much to love there. It's obviously a ski spot in the winter, but people are going there in the summer. So today I'm going to take you there. I'm going to show you how to get there, how long it takes, how much it costs, and we're going to find out, is it worth it? I mean, everybody goes there when they come to Nagano. So I'm taking you, vamonos. So briefly, before we get into the actual travel logistics and cost of this trip, let's talk about what to bring. You should have with you a dry bag and be prepared also for sun. It can absolutely dump rain on you, or it could get really sunny. From the looks of things, it's going to get sunny, so you're going to want a nice hat, a way to cover yourself up. Also bring your swimsuit, and if you have tattoos, long sleeve rash guard for the onsen. You will likely have to cover your tattoos. Maybe bring some insect repellent. I did not. Let's see how that goes for me. The other thing is there's no direct train there. We have to take the bus. Load up your Suica card if you have one. This trip does cost 2,900 yen each way. Kind of an expensive bus ticket from what I understand. But that's not going to stop us. Okay, so our adventure begins here in Nagano Station, in the train station, but we have to walk through to the east side. So where I just came from is the west bus stop. We have to go to the east bus stop. I'm going to show you exactly which bus to get on at which bus stop. I was going to hit the ATM too. I would highly recommend you bring some cash. But the ATM vestibule is still closed because it is 7:45 in the morning. So I have like 2,000 yen on me cash, but I believe the onsen's only 800 yen. I've got debit cards and Apple Pay and Suica. So hopefully that works out well. So the first bus of the day actually leaves at 8:20 a.m. and I think the next one is not until 9:50 or something like that. So I am definitely hopping on this first bus. I'm a little bit early, so I'm actually going to stock up here on water and a few snacks at New Days, and you can use your Suica card there to buy your snacks. It's looking like we're going to get some good weather for this though. So I know many of you stressed it like, hey, the Suica card is a must-have. I totally agree, totally get it now. And even there at the convenience store, if you want to actually pay with tap, you have to tap the Suica card. You can't tap your debit or other cards in your Apple Wallet. So Suica card is a must. That's S-U-I-C-A, and you can just add that in your Apple Wallet. Super easy. Got my water. Now, because this is an infrequent bus, you'll see that people are already lined up at the stop. So you don't want to show up here right at 8:20 when it leaves. You might not make it on the bus. And this is what I'm talking about right here. It's 27 minutes until the bus leaves. And this is already the queue to go to Hakuba. So don't be late, get up. Okay, so yet another learning experience there. And this is why you watch the videos. If you're planning, you actually can't use your Suica on this bus. You have to buy your ticket from this gentleman right here. We got it. 2,900 yen, and you have to pay either cash or debit or credit card. So yeah, ticket in hand. Bus gets here at 8:10. We leave at 8:20. All right, so our bus has arrived. It looks comfy, but still I don't think there's a bathroom on it. I'm not 100% sure, but probably no bathroom. Okay, you gotta love these morning bus rides with no bathroom, so I'm glad I just had the one cup of coffee, no toilet on the bus. From what I understand, and we are going to the very last stop, I'll show you why when we get there, but from what I understand, this will be at least an hour and a half ride with no bathroom. So don't overhydrate, don't over coffee, now you know. Alright, and as always on the channel, when the bus leaves the station, we start the stopwatch so we can see the exact duration of this trip, share that with you, and maybe a few shots of the scenery along the way. Let's do this. Okay, so 8:30 in the morning, 8:31 to be exact, and looks like there's thunderstorm advisories for noon, so I may try to take the gondola up the mountain and hike all the way to Happo Pond and then make it back down before the storms. I think I'm going to go for it. This is why you leave early, but we can always pivot. There is an onsen, Kurashita onsen there. I'll put that up on the screen. So even if you get to Hakuba town and it starts storming, you still have other things you can do there in the village and also hit the onsen. So either way, this is going to be a fun day, but I have no idea what to expect. It takes 3 different gondola rides. It's 3,500 yen for the round trip up the mountain on the gondolas. You better believe I'm going to do that as long as they allow it, and then also hike the additional 2 kilometers to the pond. So just about 25 minutes into the ride, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And one thing that's interesting is as we get higher and higher, you can see the pitch of the roofs get steeper and steeper to deal with the snow, actually. Do not want to get off at this stop. This is the first Hakuba stop near Sneaky Peaks Resort, right at the first ski resort. So next stop, as you can see, there's Hakuba station before they make that turn. You do not want to get off at this one. But when you do want to get off, say you actually do plan on getting off at this one, you just press that stop, red stop button right there, and the bus will stop for you. Alright, I'm going to give you your quick Japanese lesson for the day. Gondola wa doko desu ka? Where's the gondola? I'll put that up on the screen right there. Gondola wa doko desu ka? I'll be using that here momentarily. Where is the gondola? Gondola wa doko desu ka? Okay, so an hour and 6 minutes, and yes, my head is all the way at the top of this bus. I did just use that Japanese lesson of the day, Gondola wa doko desu ka? And the guy told me, here, get off at this bus stop. I'll put up on Google Maps exactly where to get off. Let's do this. Okay, I think that guy was actually messing with me because the bus driver told me just stay on the bus and that'll take you to the gondola. So okay, so pretty big mistake there, and I think I was pretty clear. I asked gondola to Happo, and the young man was like, yeah, get off here. Then I asked the bus driver, and she's like, no, stay on. And then I just clarified with her at this stop, and she's like, oh, the gondola to Happo Pond. And I'm like, yeah, the one that everybody comes here to do. And I said it respectfully, but she's like, oh, yeah, that's back where we just came from. So now I get to walk all the way back to that spot right there. Luckily, I have a way of staying in pretty good spirits, but wow, yeah, I feel like I was pretty clear about what I was asking, so that really sucks. But the glass is half full because look at the scenery for my walk back to the bus stop where I should have got off. We get to, so it's actually quite a bigger mistake, and an unfortunate mistake than I thought. It is a half an hour walk back to that bridge. So I got to admit, I'm a little disappointed because I was very clear about where I was going, and that was my understanding that that's where I was supposed to get off. The young man said, yes, get off here. And the bus driver was like, no, gondola, stay on the bus. And now I basically get to walk an extra 2 kilometers, which is actually the distance of the hike when you get to the top of the gondola. So now, instead of a 4 kilometer day, I have a 6-kilometer day. And once again, I'm not complaining, but I did run a 10K yesterday. I ran a quarter marathon yesterday, and I tend to get my steps. I don't really need the extra steps today. So yeah, not actually very stoked about that. The air is so fresh out here, I'll say that. Teeming with life. I do know that hitchhiking in Japan is not illegal, so I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. Not a single car has passed me going the direction I'm going. They're all passing me the other way. So Chevrolets for the win today.
Properly English. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So I got a ride here from Govinda.
Govinda, yeah.
Govinda from Nepal.
Yeah, I'm from Nepal.
Amazing. So new friend from Nepal, yeah. And the hitchhiking actually worked. Amazing. So kind. Arigatou gozaimasu. Super good vibes there. You just gotta keep smiling and good things happen. He was the only person to really pass me, and he did stop, and he actually had his little baby in the back seat. So if that's not trust, I don't know what is. Really sweet Nepalese people. And I had him drop me at Hakuba Bridge because I wanted to show you this view, this river. Absolutely gorgeous. But this side, even better, looking off toward the Alps, toward the mountains. I think I'll walk over on that side. So I decided to take a brief side quest here because I'm going to see if I can get down to the river. I want to throw some water on my face. It is hot. I had to equip the hat. The sun is cooking. Took this little side road along the river. If there's not time in life for side quests to beautiful rivers, what are you even doing in life? I'm not sure there's a path down, but maybe through here. We'll see. The road less traveled right here for sure. I don't know where this. Highly recommend the side quest. I just dunked my face. I'm a brand new ropey. Check out this waterfall right here, guys. A little slice of paradise. Life is good today. Whew. These folks have the right idea. I will be back here later after the hike to drink some mates. This is water. I just dunked my head under the waterfall. I feel so good now. Rejuvenated, and yes, I did buy a new mate in Tokyo. I'll show you that for the bonus material. I want to get in the water like these guys, full body. We'll see if I can make that happen. One side note though, the last bus on Sundays leaves here at 5:45, so highly recommend that you come. I think on weekdays it's better. I think last bus leaves at like 6:30, so you get a little extra time. But I had to do it. The weather looked like the nicest it was going to be today, so here I am. I think it's so important to mention also, you don't have to do this as a day trip. There's actually a 4-star hotel up here for only 15,245 yen per night called Evo Hotel Hakuba. I'll put that up on the screen for you. And you know, if I had it to do over again, I would probably turn this into a 2-day, 3-day trip up here, because there's a lot of value in just breathing fresh air for 48 or 72 hours, and this has to be some of the freshest air I've ever smelled in my entire life. Basically free medicine, this right here. And this is the famous view from Hakuba Bridge that I wanted to see so badly and show you all. Okay, so right over there is where I should have gotten off the bus, and this is Hakuba Happo. You can see the area, the arrow, Happo Hotel area, Happo ski area. So we're heading up into the Japanese Alps even further, and I could not be more excited. This does have an alpine feel, but it is 85 degrees Fahrenheit up here today. That's why that river was so appealing. Sometimes it's hard to tell how warm or cool it is on camera, of course, but it's warm. So from here, you just want to look for the Gondola lift Adam signs. So Adam is lift number 1. The way I understand it, there are 3 actual lifts. So you pay 3,500 yen. I believe that is still the price to do all 3 lifts up and all 3 down. That's at least the way I understand it. But so another crossroads here, and we have Gondola lift Adam this way. Okay, looks like that's the universal sign for Gondola. And I do think I'll share my thoughts on renting a car here, which I'll be doing soon. I think, you know, based on the prices and the schedules of these buses, you know, 2,900 yen each way, you're probably better off if you're comfortable with driving on the left side, right hand side drive vehicles. Just rent a car by the weekly rate. I think that's going to be much better, but I always do try to show all transportation options: trains, ferries, buses, planes, camels, kayaks, whatever it may be. Chevrolets, of course, are always an option. And if you do rent a car and drive up here, parking is always a consideration in Japan. 500 yen is dirt cheap. I was literally just wondering about the parking situation. So this is shockingly affordable. The full day, 1,000 yen parking. These full day parking up closer to the gondola fill up early. Still only a little after, I think 10:30, 10:35, something like that, and the parking's already full. So yes, this is the first lift from the look of things. Basically just follow the people with the backpacks. So we've got a souvenir shop, ticket office. Okay, I'm gonna need one of those. Ohayo gozaimasu. Okay, 3,500 yen for 1 adult there and back. Yeah. I'll put up in US dollars on the screen how much that is. Arigatou gozaimasu. So we've got our ticket right there. How exciting is that? 3,500 yen to go all the way up, come back whenever, I guess. I don't know when the last one is, but I'm sure they run till at least till around when the bus runs. But yeah, it's so cool. I can't wait for this. Definitely gonna grab some water, need to hydrate. One last piece of important information. I did use Apple Pay tap right there to buy my ticket, so I did not need cash, which is great because I never hit the ATM. Woo! And we are in the gondola. Pretty sweet. And yeah, we get basically 360 degree view in here. This should be a lot of fun. Good clean fun, 3,500 yen. Really loving Japan. Always something to do, especially in Nagano Prefecture. And I feel super healthy. I mentioned earlier I ran a 10K yesterday. My cardiovascular health hasn't felt this good probably since like high school basketball. Amazing. Wait for it. Okay, it's the big shot. 1, 2, woo! Here we go. Let's do this. Yes. Oh, bumpy. Quite bumpy. Wow, this is wild, guys. I actually see some paragliders way up there. Makes me wonder where they took off from. I doubt they'll come through in the shot, but right up there. Man, I might have to do that. Not today, obviously, you gotta schedule that, but I have done that just once in my life in Ecuador, and I said I would never do it again, but Maybe just not in Ecuador. I have a feeling the Japanese have a slightly more, you know, strict training on it. My guide in Ecuador, his feet couldn't touch the ground, so I was basically, it was all on me. He was just so short. So as you can see, we're already up here super, super high, and this is just lift one. Crazy. Wow. Actually you can see Hakuba Bridge all the way down there where I just got in the water. That's how far up we've come. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes service on lift number 1. Thank you for flying Rovi Air. Okay, well I didn't expect this, but this is why you watch, and this is why I do these adventures, sometimes admittedly with minimal research. I just like to be surprised sometimes in life. But it looks like this is a much more basic just chairlift for part number 2, just an open bench floating through the sky in Japan, in the Japanese Alps. Awesome. Challenge accepted. So this is the alpine quad lift. We're going from 1400 meters to 1680. So a short ride on this one. Don't lose your ticket examination. Konnichiwa. Arigatou gozaimasu. All right, here we go. Oh, sweet. I haven't been on just a basic chairlift like this in quite some time. This should be fun. Now, this is why I rock the Osprey Daylight Sling, because I highly recommend you put all your belongings in a zipper bag for this part right here. Arigatou gozaimasu. Because these do have kind of a backward tilt to them, and they have been known. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. So I kept my dry bag on my back, and all my stuff, including my iPhone, are safely in the Osprey Daylight Sling. A lot of you guys ask about that bag, why I always have it with me. I've even gotten some crap for it, but this is why. Right here, bumpy. So you can see things might fall out of the pockets right there. And this is the view going up. Whee! I forgot how good it feels, the simple joy of just being in a chairlift. Feels even better in the Japanese Alps. In all seriousness though, like this little pouch right here is 90% of the time that's where my camera is. Things go sideways, I can just throw the camera in there real quick and I'm good to go. Not sponsored, but Osprey, hey, what's up? I'm really hoping none of this is like poison ivy or poison oak of any kind. I think we're at the right elevation for it. Legs are starting to itch. Maybe it's just a grass allergy. All right, almost to the second station, and the calm has hit me. I'm officially high on life. Look at that. Highly recommend this experience. I'll total my final expenses for the entire day, but this has been a very affordable adventure so far. Pretty much just the bus, the lift, and I will share with you guys, just type lodging in the comments below. I'll do a full video on my hostel, why I chose it, how much it costs, and some of the hidden benefits that may or may not include a heated toilet seat that I really enjoy in the morning. Oh boy, that seems like that's way too close for comfort. So if you're tall, you've been warned. Be prepared to tuck your legs if you got long legs. Some of these have been pretty close calls. Not a huge fan of that. Like right here, some of these places doesn't look like you're gonna clear. This one, obviously, we will just fine. Still a little sketchy. Okay, so there we have our answer. The Alpine lift closes at 4:40. So if you're not back to this lift by 4:40, I'm not really sure exactly what happens. But let's not miss it. Let's just not miss it. But we got one more lift right there. Looks like another open chairlift, and then we start our hike. And so I'm gonna get to stepping, but you can see the massive Japanese Alps. They're hidden in cloud cover, and still, even with all this heat the entire summer here in Japan, still some snow on those gorgeous Alps. All right, this one, once again, the closing time, 4:30. So we're gonna get stepping on this hike, double time it. I'd say half the fun is the bus ride. The scenery is gorgeous. And the chairlift rides, the gondola. I mean, I love hiking. I came out here to hike for sure, get my fresh air, but just getting to the trailhead has been quite the journey, and a beautiful one at that. Okay, we are officially way up here, and we are now 54 minutes away from when the thunderstorm advisory was posted to hit at like noon up here. So we'll see. For now, we just got basically some thick fog and a nice break from the heat. It's finally, as we get to this point, it's finally cooling off, getting that chill mountain air. So guys, YouTube, yeah, look at this. And it looks like we're gonna just be hiking right off into that fog, so could not be happier. Japan so far, especially Nagano Prefecture, has been an absolute wonderland, and this is truly why, literally why people come to Nagano, is this exact day. Every single person I've spoken with, this is on their itinerary, and I'm so glad I made a break for it today and just went for it. Definitely get on that first bus. You can buy your tickets in advance or just get to the bus stop early, like I did, about a half an hour early to get that ticket. The next one, like I said, I think isn't until 9:50, and that just puts you a little bit hurried, a little bit too rushed. Like I said, I would like to have time back down in that river, drinking some mates, getting my head wet, getting my whole body in the water if I can. I brought my bathing suit, and maybe I won't do the onsen, maybe I'll do the river. If it's raining, I think I'll do the onsen if time allows. The last bus, like I said, leaves at 5:30. So hopefully you found this useful so far, but we're just getting to the trailhead, so stick around for the hike. Let's see if I can make it to Happo Pond before this storm hits and we have to turn back. So let's see. Hey! Oh, they were cute. Okay guys, hitting the trailhead. Japan really got it right. Ice cream at the beginning of the hike. Yesterday I had an ice cream before my 10K run. I've been getting crap from some people that ice cream's unhealthy, and I'm like, nah, not if I'm running 10K after it. So, blueberry vanilla. Hey. And it just brightens up my spirits. Look at this. 500 yen, cash only. Bring some yen. I was down to my last 2,000 yen. Bought this anyway. It shows my commitment to eating ice cream in beautiful places, living life to the max. It's so good. Okay, assuming these go the same place, given the two choices, me and my ice cream cone are going this way. Advanced. And why is that? Well, my legs are already sore from running yesterday, but usually when you take the harder trail, there's less people and there's so many payoffs. Potentially better views, although, oh yeah, okay, I can see. So we're taking right along the ridge instead of in there. And so because of that, we're rewarded with that view right there. Unbelievable. Okay, so your name?
Judy.
Judy and
Nanami.
Nanami. Here on the advanced trail with Judy and Anami.
Nanami.
Nanami. Okay, I got it right. It took me 2 tries. So, hi YouTube.
Hi.
Is it pretty hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we're not gonna lie. So they're coming down the trail. I'm going up, just getting started. And look at this view. But it's worth it, right? Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. So guys, crazy as it is, we have a YouTuber amongst us as well. I'll put up on the screen her YouTube channel, Yasumibi. She is a singer, Yasumibi. So this is why you stop and talk to people, especially beautiful women, along the path, because they might also be YouTubers. Yasumibi. Yeah, wow, yeah. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi. So they weren't kidding when they said this was the advanced trail. Most folks on this have trekking poles because it's quite steep, but it feels so good, and you can see just how far we have to go up the ridge there. So we do want to do this before the rain hits because it could be pretty tricky getting back down. But one thing I say in life, it's always worth stopping and talking to people and making new friends. That's half of why I travel, honestly. See, this is why you get the ice cream before the hike, not after. I'm gonna need every one of those calories. Okay, we are now far away from the crowds, kind of on the second, el segundo tramo, the second part of this hike. And it looks like it goes up and around and up the ridge. I can definitely see some people up there. So I will say this is a Sunday. There have been a surprisingly large amount of people even on the advanced trail, so keep that in mind if you want less people. Obviously just don't do it on a Sunday. Okay, and there is actually a restroom halfway up the hike. It seems like in Japan, anytime you need anything, whether it's a water or a bathroom, there's a vending machine or a bathroom right when you need it. They've really thought it out. And if you know what this means, let me know in the comments below. My phone is actually dead. I can recharge it. I have my power bank, but I have no way at this point of translating signs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you come to Nagano Prefecture here in Japan. Gorgeous. Wow, wow, we got this one last steep part here. And I am sweaty. This is no longer river water. But these views, 100% worth it. How all the adults are struggling. Little kids are just straight up running up it. Oh, to be 9 years old again. And for those of you wondering, this is actually a national park, Happo 1. Insane. Up here almost to the tippy top. We can drop down to the pond now. Sorry for the wind noise. The wind is kicking up. Up here pretty high. All right, just dropping down to what I believe is the pond down in this area. And once again, these little raised things are here definitely for traction, especially when it's icy, but you do have to be careful not to trip on those. Really good vibes from people. Always meet the best people when I'm hiking, climbing, etc. Just offered to take a photo for that wonderful family back there, and then they offered to take mine, and I did the flex, and the little kids were like, "Oh!" Very sweet. Very kind people in general here in Nagano Prefecture. Highly recommend a visit if you're coming to Japan. You should not be missing Nagano. I know a lot of people go to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, but I always try to take the path a little less traveled, so I'll be continuing to do that. I'll actually be visiting a very, very old city from the early 1600s, I believe, to spend a few days there coming soon. I'll be going to Okinawa, but not just the touristy islands in Okinawa, so please do consider subscribing if you like these adventures and seeing the world through my lens. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. Happo Pond right there, and the trail, as you can see, does continue all the way to Mount Karamatsudeke. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but check this out. Obviously a lot of people, this is the destination for most, but very, very beautiful spot. Totally worth the hike. So the grand total for this day trip, as promised, if you're coming from Nagano City, 9,300 yen. I'll put up on the screen in US dollars how much it is. 9,800 yen with the ice cream cone. Pretty sweet day trip in my humble opinion. Definitely a must do if you come to Nagano. This is literally why you come to Nagano. Thanks for watching, guys. Stick around for any bonus material that may come. If not, I know this video is getting a little bit long, so I will see you in the next one from who knows where in beautiful Japan. Thanks for coming along on this beautiful adventure. Rope Monster, out. Pro tip, bring a picnic. Everyone here is having onigiri and sushi. What do I have with me? I have one orange and some mates, so all is well. I had 4 eggs for breakfast, that's it. It's now 12:15. I'm gonna be a hungry guy. That's why I had the ice cream, guys. Honestly, I needed that ice cream. If it wasn't for that, I would be totally screwed. So I got some more friends from Nagano Prefecture filming here. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey. So your names? Yoshihisa. Kotaro. Yugo. Lento.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so making friends everywhere we go. Nagano Prefecture, good vibes.
Yeah.
Arigato gozaimasu. This guy is a really good photographer. He just got some good photos of me. I'm gonna put those up on the screen right there and there. Oh wow, that's why. He's the cameraman. This is the guy you want taking your iPhone 16 photos for you. That's a nice lens. 10 out of 10. Wood Japanese Alps again. Oh, that's right. I got another ice cream for the ride down. Don't judge me. Worth it. The look on that chairlift operator's face when I got off with ice cream in hand, like Priceless. This is why we do it. What up? Time for the next chairlift. Alright, so I was absolutely starving. A lot of the food in Hakuba is catered toward tourists, and I'm not trying to eat some greasy hamburger right now or chicken and waffles. I want Japanese food. That's why I'm in Japan. So I'm here at Ramen Marutama 55. Check this Dan Dan noodles dish out right here. I need gains. I need fuel. I came to the right place. Look at that. Let's go. Extra soft boiled egg, 200 yen, well spent. Alright, you know I had to get that seared pork. Ooh. Yeah. Literally just flame searing up some cashew pork for me right there. Okay, look at that. Got that flame seared pork coming on there. Now we're in business. Alright, check out this scene right here. This is why I came down from the mountain. Got some mates. Look at this. All to myself. Oh yeah. Japan for the win. And this right here is why you come to Nagano. Oh, look at that. Japanese Alps, waterfall, sharing it with just one beautiful Japanese family. Little kids running around having fun. This is what life is really all about. I found my ikigai. Ikigai, there's your Japanese word of the day. All right, here we go. Hakuba Matata. I love this spot. So you can only get, it closes at 4:30, so you can only get your ticket through this machine, which takes credit only. Print ticket, we go credit card. I was like, oh God, am I gonna be able to get a ticket? Booth there closes at 4:30, but the station itself has this machine. So 2,900 yen, I was able to get that ticket. When you're catching the last bus of the day, there's always a little stress that you might screw it up somehow and miss it. I was not ready to leave the river. As you can tell, I'm super chilled out. I was enjoying my mates, and then when I saw on Google Maps that the station closed at 4:30, I was like, okay. So I just threw on some fresh clothes and double timed it. But anyway, guys, thanks. Hope you enjoyed that video, got some value out of it. I really enjoyed this one. This has been one of my favorites to make. Hopefully that energy came through for you all. This has got to be, I was sitting there in that river, I said this got to be a top 5 most beautiful place I've ever been in my entire life. It was just so serene, peaceful. The water was crystal clear. No, farming, agricultural runoff. Some of the cleanest water I've ever had the privilege of being in. And man, overall, I just would have to say perfect day. And now I see completely why people come from all over, from other parts of Japan even, to come to Nagano. A lot of folks in my hostel have been from just other parts of Japan, and this is their first time visiting Nagano, and I can see why they come. In the winter, it's obvious. You come here to snowboard, ski, but in the summertime, that's what you come for right there. So thanks again, guys, for being part of this great adventure. See you guys later on. There is a forest that I'm going to explore in Nagano as well. before I leave Nagano Prefecture, because I just have to do it. I think some of you may know what I'm talking about. See you guys in the woods. Okay, so there was a bus here 10 minutes ago, and it's 5:32 now, and the bus driver, I showed him my ticket, tried to get on there, and he's like, no, next bus, not this bus. And I was like, are you sure there's a next bus? And he's like, yeah. So it's after 5:30 now, which is when the last bus is supposed to leave. I don't see another bus. Reassuring that there's about 14 other people here waiting, so bonus material hopefully won't be me walking back to Nagano City. Alright, back safe and sound in the beautiful Nagano City. Now that was a very full last bus, keep that in mind. They have these little jumper seats that fold down and fill up the aisle, so there's actually 3-row seating in the bus, and it was completely packed. I didn't film that out of respect for people's privacy, but yeah, definitely a full bus. Get your ticket ahead of time, as always. But thanks for checking out the video, guys. That'll do it for this one. No more bonus material. I am exhausted and sunburned. I mentioned bringing bug spray, but definitely bring sunscreen as well. When it is sunny up there, that sun will cook you. So I'm gonna try to find some aloe vera before I turn into a beet. So see you guys in the next one. A couple more probably coming from Nagano Prefecture, and then I gotta move on. I got so much to see in this beautiful country and only so much time here.